Ooh, good morning everybody. It's chilly. Had some snow last night. This might be it. This might be the end of the metal detecting season. A little bit of snow's not going to stop us. The ground isn't frozen, so we can still get out and detect. John and I are going to go one more time for Colonial. We're going to walk through the high woods. The ground will be nice and soft up there, won't be wet, and we're hoping to pick up the Colonial canoe route as it goes through the forest. So who knows what we'll find, but we're going to give it one more shot. There he is.
Oh, I made it.
Mr. Silver. Yeah, give him a big kiss, Gage. So I brought a map today, and it's a little easier to figure out exactly where we are, and we're trying to decide. There's a pretty good waterway here. Which side of the lake do we think they went down? We got a 50-50 shot of picking the right side, so you guys will know if we start finding stuff. If we don't, we picked the wrong side. Okay, we kind of see like some kind of wall here. We don't know what that's about, so we're just going to swing here for a minute or two. It always pays to check out any of these formations to see if they're natural or not. You never know. Is that a bottle? Yeah. That's an old one, John.
Right there.
Huh, and he's getting signals right here. All right, let's check it out, buddy. All right, so we got an old can of something here. Maybe 1930s. Could be an old homestead here. Not what we're looking for, but we're gonna check it out anyway. John says he's got a horseshoe. Leave it. Hiya. Now I do see writing on this bottle here as well, guys. There's a star right there, and it says, I believe it says Lavoris. Right here, it's really faded. Okay, so I cleaned out the bottle, and it definitely says Lavoris, L-A-V-O-R-I-S, and then it's got a star. So we'll have to check that when we get home and see what was that for. I'm keeping that. So that's probably a 1930s, 1920s homestead. We will investigate that in another adventure. Today we have limited time, so we got to get going. Probably another mile here before we hit where we want to start doing Colonial, so we got to get going. Okay, so John's got something here.
90.
I don't know, dude. Well, little pieces of wire. It's not much, guys, but it is proof that humans were through here. And right beside the wire, musket ball. Okay, I think I know what's going on here. So I found one of these things that John found, and I can see this is not a square nail. Couldn't tell on his. This looks round to me. I think they had a moose camp, you know, maybe 60, 70, 80 years ago. Somebody built a moose camp, and I don't know if that was holding down tarp or what. But I think that's what this is. It's odd that I found a musket ball in the mix here with it. But this is not Colonial. So He says he's got an old bucket. He said it's hollow. I said, well, is there anything in it? That is not a bucket. I don't know what that is, but it's massive, whatever. Did you find a car, John? Stove plate, maybe? That might have been the leg of the stove right there. The part you thought was hollow. Don't break my shovel. I don't know, guys. I think it's part of a stove. We've dug around quite a ways. It's not coming out of there. We're going to leave it for now. There's all kinds of signals here. Definitely some kind of garbage dump. That right there is an ancient colonial marker. Treasure that way 2 leagues. I don't know, skidoo parts. Definitely not colonial. Haven't had a signal in quite a while, guys, so that's why you're seeing this. We're just making our way along the edge of the water here. You never know what we're gonna find. Some more trapping wire here under the roots. Gonna have to leave that one, it's secured. A bad day of detecting is better than any day at work. John's singing to himself over there. But I don't know, guys. I'm itching for some colonial.
Solid 78.
All right, grab her.
It's a penny. It's a penny.
Look at the size of this tree, guys. That's a big old monster. We're thinking it's time for a coffee here. What is it?
Penny.
A penny out here in the middle of nowhere.
I found treasure.
Is it at least an old Indian head or something?
I hope so.
1942. Huh, out in the middle of nowhere. An old weedy. So some old hunter must have dropped that in here because we are in the middle of nowhere. John's 400 yards ahead of me here. We had to cross one more swamp and I hear him yelling. He says it looks like Treasure Valley, so we're going that way. So John says it's under this rock and I said, bud, I bet you it is the rock. All right, let's find out who's right. Oh, all right.
Ooh.
Bag of gold coins, you figure?
I hope it. Yeah.
What is it?
It's an old shell.
Oh, shell casing let down. But you found it. You got it, buddy. Well, I think we've stumbled across another moose camp up here in the high ground. We got an old hinge, but not that old. And all kinds of signals. I found a round nail, 40s, 50s, 60s. John's got more signals here, so I'm betting moose camp.
Not the
Get it, John, get it.
Not the treasure I was looking for, that's for sure.
Not a
Part of
treasure.
a horseshoe.
Ah, you know what? Maybe this was an old homestead. Maybe it's older than I thought. Maybe early 20s, 30s.
I think we're on the corner of an old house here, or an old barn.
Yeah. Look at the stone wall right here. Horseshoe. Definitely an old barn up here. Well, something cool to explore, but not what we're after today anyway. That's how you do it though, guys. You got to get out, boots on the ground, cover 3-4 miles, and we found a couple homesteads today that are worth coming back to check out. Now I got to drag John out of here and back down into the swamp here another mile. So this looks like the corner of the building here, and I can see some iron. What is it, Gage? Hey, what is it? I don't know either, buddy. So I was getting a signal right here under this rock, guys. I dug it out, and look at, it's an old melted jar, glass bottle with the handle. So this place must have burnt to the ground, because that is melted. Can you guys guess what's going on here? Yeah, that's what's going on here. Sit down, you. You don't even like peanut butter. You don't even like peanut butter. Okay, hang on. Sit down. Stay. Okay, bugger off. Go catch a deer or something. I'm eating the rest of this. Go away. I haven't seen you for 2 hours. Go bug John. Lots of deer sign up here. If you guys aren't familiar, there's some deer scat. I'm no Bear Grylls, but I'll eat what I have to. Look at that, insulators. This place wasn't that old up here. He had power. Just at the bottom of the hill, back here, there is the hydro line. So maybe, I don't know, 400, 300 yards from here. So I could do some research, figure out when that was put in. That's when this house went in. Two different kinds here. We've got Made in the USA and we've got BTC Montreal. That one's Canadian. Stan, you want these? I know he wants these. I'll bring them out for you, buddy. I'll bring them out. So really hard to see on the camera, guys, but here's the old well. We got stones going all the way around here in a circle. So another foundation right here, guys. It's a perfect square. Hard to see on the phone, but that's the back wall on the side John's on. Then there's another wall right here, so it goes square, and then square across down here, and then in front of me. So this was probably where the house was, and back in the woods there was the barn. So we've decided to abandon the hunt for Colonial, and we're just going to check out the property here. I just found a really cool mason jar. I want to read this. I've never found one with writing like this on it. I'll read what it says to you guys. So on the bottom here it says wide mouth adjustable. And then across the top it says to tighten the spring, move, hinge to cover star. And then over here on the side, on the upper lip, there's a star. So they had instructions for people how to use these. There's the star right there. I have never found one with that on it. I'm taking that home. Found an old piece of pottery here. Nicely colored stuff, but that's not the exciting find. John found an old brass lighter. Look at that. So what do we have here? Is this an old fender from a car? Sure looks like it. You got something?
Oh yeah.
Johnny's got something, something good over here.
Okay, every now and again, those big overloads you get.
Oh, dude. That is a nice old brass buckle. That's heavy duty.
Dig those overloads.
Yeah, that's a nice one for sure, buddy. Hey, there's an old teapot. Look at that. So John found this as well. Probably a 30s lipstick case. He says, well, we know there was a woman here. And I'm thinking, I don't know, we're not so sure, buddy. Anything could have been going on back here. Well, it was John's color. I gave it a quick brush here. And it says aristocrat, but it's spelt in a funny way. A-Y-E-R-I-S-T-O-C-R-A-T. Aristocrat. So we should be able to date that. I'm going to say 30s. All right, Johnny says he's got silver. Silver dime. Well, I guess we should refer to him by his official title. The Silver Sniper here has silver. Oh, I can see it shining from here. Yeah, nice. 1940 Canadian dime. That helps us date this place as well. So some of those bottles and things we were finding I definitely thought were 30s, so very well could be.
I don't know what I'm going to say.
Well, he's sitting here telling me, I think that was my 217th silver. And I said, you...
I'm pretty sure it was. It was either 16 or 17.
217 silvers this year. I think I've got about 9. Good for you, John. Awesome job, buddy.
Thanks.
All right, guys, that might be it for metal detecting for the rest of the season. No promises. I don't know. I'm going to try to get out again, but as you can see, the snow is here, and this is the time of year, guys. It can just change like that. So thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next adventure. So we're just following the GPS back for the quickest route, and we came across this. I don't know what it is, but it's not natural.